Hey y'all, welcome to Most of It, where I talk about most things that I find interesting. Today, we'll be going over Ferrus Manus, primarch of the Iron Hands Legion. And if you know anything about this guy, you know this will be one of the shorter videos I've made. But without further ado, let's get into this. Ferrus began life by crashing into the planet Medusa as a baby. Upon stepping out of his pod, he discovered the chamber he had landed in was far too precise to be a natural formation. And so he began exploring, eventually finding some strange runes. He also found a massive worm-like biomechanical creature, which awoke and ran off, ignoring the young Primarch for the most part. Upon following the creature and seeing the destruction it left in its trail, he swore an oath to one day destroy it. Ferrus soon became something of a legend to the many clans of Medusa as he grew, gaining many titles such as the Cataclysm or the Hunter. Ferrus grew to adulthood and left the mountains, meeting the clans yet refusing to join any. Soon he met with the metallic worm and after a tough battle, killed it by drowning it in magma. As it melted and died, some of its metal coated Ferrus's hands, giving him the trait his legion would soon be named after, Iron Hands. Ferrus returned to the clans and began teaching them in the ways of technology, which caused Medusa to prosper and advance quickly. Soon the Emperor arrived on the planet, and Ferrus challenged him to battle, which ended in the mountains in which they fought being leveled. After finally finding someone to be his equal, Ferrus accepted the Emperor as his father and master, and returned to Terra with him. Soon Ferrus took control of his legion and met his brother Fulgrim, who he initially disliked, seeing his love of art and music as frivolous and unnecessary. The two Primarchs decided to sort out their differences in a forging competition, in which Ferrus forged the sword Ironblade and Fulgrim made the hammer Forgebreaker. Upon seeing the results, each Primarch declared the other the winner, ending with each gifting their own weapon to the other, creating a bond of friendship between the two brothers. Throughout the Great Crusade, Ferrus and his sons brought many planets into compliance, with them believing that if humanity was to be made stronger, that the weaker links had to be broken. Ferrus was even one of Rabute Gilliman's dauntless few, with it being said that he was unshakable and would never break. Soon, the Horus Heresy would begin, with Fulgrim taking the War Master's side and attempting to bring the Iron Hands with them. This ended with Ferrus attacking his once friend, breaking Fireblade, but being knocked unconscious and having Forgebreaker taken back by Fulgrim. The two Primarchs soon met again upon the fields of Isstvan V, where most of the Iron Hands Legion would be killed, including their Primarch. Ferrus would end up being beheaded by Fulgrim, who delivered the head to Horus as a gift. From here, Ferrus would still have some impact, with Horus often talking with the skull, lamenting the fact that Ferrus would not join his war effort. During the war in the Webway, the Emperor would summon the ghost of Ferrus to fight alongside him, and later, during the final stages of the Siege of Terra, Ferrus would guide his brother Sanguinius aboard the Vengeful Spirit to battle Horus, with him stating that he had been summoned back by Horus as a form of psychological torture. Upon the Emperor's mortal wounding at the hands of Horus, Ferrus' spirit would appear to his sons, warning them that a great calamity would befall mankind, with him promising them that he would return when it happened to lead his sons in battle. His sons remain to this day, often looking in the mountains of Medusa for their father's return. The Iron Hands would soon retrieve their father's skull and keep it as a relic, and during the Siege of Terra, they would retrieve one of their father's metal hands, attaching it to a mechanical puppet in hopes of resurrecting their father. However, this disgusting construct would be destroyed by Vulcan. And now chaos-corrupted Fulgrim has often had his mad scientist's son, Fabius Bile, attempt to clone Ferrus in many attempts to corrupt him. However, none have been successful, and all have been repeatedly killed by an ever-maddening Fulgrim. So that's where the story stands for now. We might see more of Ferrus in the future, but I personally doubt it, at least for a long time. Ferrus' story honestly really isn't much of anything. He was mostly used as a plot device, with him being hyped up as one of the most powerful Primarchs, and then being killed at the beginning to illustrate how serious the heresy was. But at least he had a good head on his shoulders. Badumtch. If you want to learn more about Ferrus Manus, I'd recommend reading the books Ferrus Manus, Gorgon of Medusa, and Fulgrim. Well, that's all I got for today, y'all. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and comment down below what topics or characters you'd like to see me cover next. And with all that said, I'll see y'all later.